We are reaching the last days of October, and something much greater than it seems is taking shape. It's not just another month ending. There is a silent spiritual movement, almost imperceptible to many, but impossible to ignore for those who can feel it. Have you noticed? Time seems to be speeding up. Dreams are becoming more intense. The heart tightens. And there isn't always an explanation. This is not an ordinary warning. It is a direct call to those who have been prepared in silence, to those who have already faced deep pain, dark nights, and yet remain standing. The universe is aligning, and the last days of this month will be the activation point of something that has long been foretold. A change of course, a collapse in the old timeline. October will not end as it began. Something will be sealed, something will be revealed, and those who are attentive will perceive clear signs in their lives. Dreams coming true suddenly, unexpected connections, answers that once seemed distant arriving with precision. But it is necessary to be awake. Many will continue sleeping, even in the face of the most important turning point in their journeys. If you feel that this message is for you, stay with me until the end. We are about to cross a spiritual doorway that will remain open for only a short time. Those who do not enter now may have to wait for another season. I am George, and if this made sense in your heart, subscribe to the channel now. There is much more coming, and you cannot be left out of what is about to happen. We are reaching the last days of October. And even though everything may seem normal at first glance, there is something different in the air. A feeling that something big is about to happen. A slight uneasiness, a weight on the chest, deep thoughts that appear out of nowhere. This is not imagination. It is spiritual. Those with sensitivity can sense that the heavens are moving. There is a call coming from above. Something is being released. The signs are clearer. Intense dreams, restless nights, memories from the past that resurface without warning. All of this points to a time of transition. This is not an ordinary month. The end of October carries a spiritual key. It's as if a door is about to open. But not for everyone. Only for those who are attentive. Only for those who are ready. The chosen ones, those who have been tested in silence, are being positioned. For a long time, you may have felt left behind, forgotten. You saw other people move forward, be promoted, be blessed, and you in silence, waiting for your moment. The truth is that your preparation was deeper. You were not ignored. You were reserved. God was preparing you away from the spotlight. While it seemed that nothing was happening, everything was being aligned. Now, the time has changed, and with this change come new responsibilities. You can no longer sleep spiritually. You cannot afford to live on autopilot. This is a time to watch, to seek direction, to listen to the voice of God like never before, because what is coming will not be small. It will be great, transformative, and it will require maturity, discernment, and courage. Many will ignore the signs. They will keep living their routines. But those who discern the time, those who answer the call, will live days that will feel like dreams. What was once difficult will become easy. What once seemed distant will draw near. But there is one condition: to be awake. Heaven is releasing directions, ideas, revelations. Only the attentive will receive them. Only the obedient will be activated. It is time to align your life, to let go of what no longer serves you, to leave behind habits, people, and environments that don't match the new season. The end of October is not the end. It is the beginning. An invisible turning point is happening. And those who are ready will see doors open that no one else will be able to see. If you are reading this and feel something moving inside you, this word is for you. This is the moment to say yes, to embrace who you are, to take your place. Because there is a movement that will not wait. There is a time that will not return. And you have been called for this exact moment in history. As the month of October draws to a close, something begins to move in the invisible. It's as if the earth is releasing the fruits that have been forming in silence. For years you have sown with faith. You have cried, prayed, and waited. And now, the time of the answer has come. You may not notice it right away, but it is already happening. Doors are opening. Things that were blocked are beginning to be unlocked. Answers are starting to come from where you least expect. Small but powerful signs. Like a breeze before the storm of blessings. It will not be as you imagined. It will be better. Because God works in the details. He answers in surprising ways. What seemed dead will come back to life. The dream you thought you had lost will be restored. What you thought was the end was, in fact, only the beginning. But do not be mistaken. Along with the harvest also comes the challenge of knowing where to step. Not every open door is from God. Not every opportunity is a blessing. You will need discernment, sensitivity, spiritual maturity to understand what is real and what is a distraction. October is ending, but the cycle it opens is only beginning. You will need courage to say no to good things, because the best is yet to come. You need wisdom not to rush, because God is delivering complete blessings, not fragments of promises. This is also a time of repositioning. People will be moved, connections will be formed, unexpected invitations will arrive. But remember, what is yours will come with peace. Even if it brings the fear of the new, it will bring confirmation in your spirit. Trust. Now it is time to guard your heart, keep your spiritual eyes open, and follow the guidance of the Spirit. The time of waiting is over. The harvest has come, and it will come in waves. Get ready. Because the last days of October will not be ordinary. They will be decisive. Time is changing, and this change is not just in the clocks or the dates. We are talking about something deeper. The last days of October carry a silent but intense force. It's as if the universe were accelerating everything at the same time. What used to take years can now happen in weeks or days. Some people will notice this change more clearly. They will see that things are connecting in unexpected ways. Those old promises that once seemed distant will begin to show signs. This is not a coincidence. It is spiritual time adjusting itself. Everything that seemed stuck is now being released to happen at the exact right moment. This new timeline requires a new posture. It's no longer possible to live the same way. Some decisions will need to be made quickly. New doors are opening, but it will also be necessary to close old ones. This process may be uncomfortable, but it is part of the realignment that is underway. You may begin to feel a stronger calling in your heart, as if something inside you were pushing you to step out of your comfort zone. This is real. Do not ignore it. The end of October is bringing to the surface everything that has been dormant. Now is the time to awaken to something greater than what you've ever lived. If you are going through unexpected situations, don't panic. The universe often disrupts the external before organizing what truly matters. Sometimes the delay, the rejection, or the end of a cycle is simply a way to pull you off the wrong path and place you directly where you are meant to be. Trust the movement. This acceleration may seem confusing. After all, we were taught to believe that everything must be earned with great effort and in stages. But what is happening now doesn't follow that logic. Heaven is advancing processes, collapsing paths, releasing answers that have been ready for a long time, just waiting for the right moment. You don't need to understand everything clearly. What matters now is to feel and respond. When something inside you says, go, go. When you feel that something has ended, accept it. Don't try to hold on to what has already served its purpose. The new can only enter when the old goes away. And this applies to relationships, opportunities, ideas, and even old dreams. The collapse of the timeline doesn't come to destroy. It comes to set free. What once seemed unreachable may become reality sooner than you expect, but you need to stay alert. You need to be available. Because the miracle doesn't come with noise. It arrives in the silence, in small choices, in the moments when you decide to trust without guarantees. These final days of October will not be ordinary. You may feel as though you are living several lives in just a few days. This is part of the transition. Your spirit is updating itself, and that changes everything. The way you see, feel, react. Do not fight this process. It is the answer to prayers you had long forgotten you made. Some people are already noticing it. Others still think it's just a coincidence. But the truth is that the signs are everywhere. If you've been feeling time pass differently, having intense thoughts at night, or sensing a strange pressure in the air, don't ignore it. These are the first signs that reality is changing. This movement isn't just happening inside you. It's happening around you. People are drifting away for no reason. Old plans are collapsing. Invitations are being canceled. But all of this has a purpose. The universe is clearing the ground, removing what delays you, making space for what truly matters. You may also notice clearer signs, like seeing the same numbers repeatedly, having vivid dreams, or receiving messages that answer questions you never even shared. These small synchronicities are like notes left along the path. They are confirmations saying, yes, you are on the right track. The heart also begins to grow more sensitive. You can feel when something no longer serves you. You lose patience for the superficial. You seek more truth, more connection. This shows that your energy is changing, that your spirit is becoming lighter. That's a clear sign of an ongoing spiritual activation. At this stage, some new ideas may appear out of nowhere, strong intuitions, insights you never had before, and along with them, the urge to act quickly. That's part of it too. The universe is showing you paths, but it's up to you to decide whether to obey or to return to what feels safe and familiar. The coming days will reveal even more. The right people will appear. The right opportunities will show up, but discernment will be needed. Not everything that shines is meant for you. The test now is, are you ready to say no to what seems good, so you can receive what is perfect for your purpose? The signs may also come in the form of silence, doors that won't open, waiting periods that feel unfair, but even that has a purpose. Sometimes heaven's answer is, not yet. And the greatest challenge is to keep believing without guarantees. Faith isn't just about believing, it's about remaining. The end of October will bring decisions, and those decisions will change paths. The waiting time is over for those who are alert. But haste must be replaced with awareness. Make choices based on the spirit, not on anxiety. What comes from God comes with peace, even when it challenges your logic. If you feel that something new is near, it's because it is. Your soul is already sensing what your eyes cannot yet see. So don't give up now. Stay strong. What is forming in the invisible will soon be revealed. And when it arrives, everything will make sense. Not because it will be easy, but because it will be right. The time for sitting on the fence is coming to an end. The last days of October are no longer about waiting. Now it's about deciding. And it's not just any decision. It's about who you will choose to be from this point forward. The old you no longer fits in what's coming. Change requires action. You've already been prepared from the inside. You've gone through losses, new beginnings, long silences. None of that was in vain. It was refinement. Now, life is calling you to a new level. But the new only begins when you release what still holds you back. This choice needs to happen within your heart. No one can make it for you. It's likely that you're facing some doubts right now. Fear hits hard before great turning points. Your mind will try to protect you, telling you it's not the right time yet, that it's not safe. But your spirit already knows. It feels that this is the moment, and if you don't obey that inner voice, the cycle will repeat itself. The decision isn't about having everything ready. It's about trusting the invisible. It's about having the courage to act without having all the guarantees. It's about taking the step before you see the ground. It seems risky, but that's exactly where miracles happen. God acts when you show that you believe, even without understanding the entire path. Some people will give up now. They'll return to their routines. They prefer the comfort of doubt over the discomfort of transformation. But the chosen ones will say yes, even with fear, even without applause, because they know they've been called. They feel that something much greater is waiting on the other side of obedience. The end of October will be marked by small decisions that will bring huge changes. You may have to leave a place, end a relationship, or let go of something that holds you back. Not because it's bad, but because it no longer matches who you are becoming. Transformation demands space. It's normal to feel alone at this time. Many won't understand what you're doing. They'll call you crazy, impulsive, or reckless. But the calling you received wasn't collective. It was individual. It was personal. Those who didn't hear what you heard will never understand your choice. And that's okay. Just don't go back to where you've already been healed. Don't accept again what you've already overcome. Don't settle just because the new still scares you. The old was familiar, but it made you sick. The new is uncertain, but it sets you free. Your soul knows which path to follow, and if you ignore it now, it may take years to have another chance. You are at a spiritual crossroads. One path takes you back to what is safe, repetitive, and predictable. The other requires courage, faith, and surrender. But it leads to the life you always knew existed, even if you haven't lived it yet. Now is the time to choose with maturity. Be honest with yourself. Are you ready to leave the waiting behind and live what has been prepared for you? Are you ready to stop merely surviving and finally live with purpose? This is the choice that will define your next years. And it doesn't need words. It needs action. Heaven is already ready. Now it's up to you. If you chose to move forward, congratulations. That choice has already been noticed in the spiritual world. Now new paths will begin to open, but they won't come with ready-made maps. They will come through signs, connections, and subtle directions. It's time to learn to walk by faith, not by sight. The new requires a new way of walking. In this new season, haste no longer serves you. Each step must be conscious. Anxiety will try to push you, but you must learn to listen to your inner peace. If something brings confusion, it's not time. If it brings clarity, even with fear, go. The wisdom of the Spirit is silent but firm. Learn to recognize that frequency. Heaven will begin to hand you tools. They may come in the form of people, ideas, opportunities, or messages. But it's important to filter. Not everything is for now, and not everything is yours. What is meant for you will come with lightness. It won't need to be forced. It won't bring anguish. What comes from above comes with a green light inside. The first steps in this new timeline require responsibility. You have left the waiting phase. Now you must build. It's no longer about praying for change. It's about becoming the change. Opportunities will come, but you must be prepared. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about doing the right thing at the right time. You may be surprised by how quickly some things begin to happen. New relationships, unexpected resources, different invitations. The harvest begins to manifest. But remember, keeping your heart aligned is the secret. Don't let the ego take the place of your essence. What brought you this far was humility and faith. This new cycle will also bring adjustments. God may ask you to review plans, change routes, or step back from something that once seemed right. This is not confusion. It's protection. It's alignment. Trust the detours. Not every beautiful path is safe. Not every promise is yours. Learn to listen to more than just your own will. Don't be frightened if things change quickly. When you enter the new timeline, everything aligns with speed. What was once unlikely becomes possible. What once seemed distant knocks at your door. But your role is to keep your focus. Don't get distracted by praise or criticism. Just keep walking. Remember where you came from. Remember the process. That will keep your feet on the ground and your eyes on heaven. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You just need to keep saying yes, one day at a time. The universe takes care of the rest. Your part is to keep faith and obey the inner direction. You have entered a new phase, and what began at the end of this October is only the beginning. Much more is yet to come, but now you are ready. You chose to move forward, and that changes everything. You are already living on another frequency. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but your soul already feels it. Something has changed in your field. What once seemed inaccessible is now drawing near. The doors have already been opened, and what was once a promise has become a reality in formation. You are inside a new cycle. The miracle is no longer in the future. It began the moment you said yes, when you chose to obey your intuition, even without logic, when you broke old patterns, when you decided to trust. Heaven responded to your action. Now everything around you begins to react. Connections arrive, ideas flow, and you realize something is different. The new reality is not loud. It is subtle, but firm. It doesn't come to impress, but to transform. You begin to feel more clarity in your decisions. The doubts lessen. The repetitions cease. It's as if the pieces start to fit together on their own. This is the sign that the timeline has changed for you. Now, your main task is to maintain alignment. That means protecting your energy, watching your thoughts, taking care of where you place your attention. It's not about living perfectly, but about living awake. You have left the crowd. Now you see, hear, and sense with a different awareness. And that requires responsibility. You are no longer who you were at the beginning of the month. October is closing for you in a different way, more aware, more mature, more connected. What has been activated in you these days will keep expanding. And the more you honor the process, the more the miracle manifests naturally, effortlessly. Many things are still to come, but now you know the way. You know how to listen to your soul. You know how to notice the signs. And you know you are not alone. Heaven is with you. And the entire journey up to now has been preparation. The harvest is only beginning. The new has come to stay. The miracle may also come in the form of peace. A peace you haven't felt in years. The absence of anxiety. The presence of the now. The lightness that once seemed impossible. That too is supernatural, because to live in peace, even without everything resolved, is a sign that you are walking with heaven. We've reached the end of October, and nothing is the same as before. The feeling in the air has changed. Your soul is different. Something has been activated, something has been broken. And even though the world continues at the same pace, you know that inside, a new cycle has begun. What was released spiritually this month will be remembered throughout your entire journey. The decision has been made, the yes has been given, and because of that, now you walk at another frequency. The time of waiting is behind you. Doubt has lost its strength. Faith has taken control. You've gone through the shift, and it wasn't theoretical. It was felt. You have crossed the portal from the old to the new. It's not time to stop. It's time to maintain your rhythm, to move forward with confidence. Don't be frightened if the coming days seem confusing. It's just the world adjusting to what you've already activated within yourself. Stay calm. Remain on course. God is taking care of the invisible details. The cycle of October ends with a very clear message. Those who obey live the miracle. Those who believe walk lightly. Those who surrender reap before their time. This is the new reality, and you're in it. You're ready. You've crossed over. Now it's time to move forward with courage, faith, and open eyes. I am George, and if you felt this message in your heart, subscribe now. More messages like this are coming. And I want to walk with you in this new season. Share this message with someone who also needs to remember that the miracle has already begun.